What's up, B? How you
Hello,
doing?
how are you? Like your shoes and your hair.
I am turning down my lo-fi. That's what I'm doing right now.
Nice to see ya.
It's nice
Oh,
to see ya.
yo, let me tell
Hmm.
you guys. Did you guys know y'all are messed up for this, honestly? But
Who's
I'm
wait?
gonna let it slide. It's fine. No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine.
What did I
I'm
even?
letting it slide.
Bro,
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All
you
right,
just got here. That's crazy.
just got
It's
here.
fine. It's okay. I'm gonna explain to you guys what you guys did, but just to let you know ahead of time, I already forgive you, so nobody has to worry about it. My hero has a whole fifth season, and I had no idea.
I
No,
think I
don't
said
don't
Nobody
you
that
dare!
wanted
live.
to
Don't you
tell me.
dare! Don't
I think we
you
said that
Nobody
live.
dare!
wanted to tell me. I
You
already
s-
forgave y'all, so it's okay.
Nah, that's got nothing to do
no
with
no
us.
no no no
It's
no no!
okay.
Absolutely
No, it's
not.
totally fine.
No,
It's
you are not holding me to that.
I'm
Cause
Mm.
I already forgave you, so we don't
all
even
right,
have to. It's what's
Yo,
I
up?
season
I
5 is starting in
season
April.
5, yeah, started in April, and I
April.
was like, B was like,
But
oh yeah, it's starting, and I already know what I said. I'm not gonna watch it until it's
I'm
at
not
least
watching it.
halfway
yeah,
in.
well, I can see you saying that. Well, I can see both you guys saying that actually.
There you go. Your argument is null and void already.
What do you mean? No, I said I can see you saying it. That doesn't mean you actually say it. That's just that's something you would say. You know what I mean?
And you
Yo, it's
listen.
crazy. It's getting real. It's getting real.
Okay, so is
It's
it
huh?
like the fourth season? Like it started off real, and then it got real. Like this season's doing the same thing.
Well, I don't know because it's like I only watched how many episodes? Two, maybe three. We watched probably two, maybe three. I think we watched three episodes.
Okay.
And right now it's like, yo, the last episode, the third episode, the end of the third episode, it's like, whoa,
Because I
the
think
third episode.
there's like 10 episodes out right now. If
I think there's eight, maybe nine. Eight, maybe nine.
I'm about to double check right now, even though I'm not gonna watch it, but see now you got me messed up because
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
you're not paying
That
attention
sounds
to
about
the.
right. April. It's been about 8
Yeah.
weeks.
There's like eight, maybe nine. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, but we
So
found
yeah,
that out because
no, go ahead.
I'm just
Fa-
saying we found that out. I thought like once we watched that, that the famed last episode of season 4, I thought that was it. And then she was like, "What? There's no more." I was like, "Nah, look." And I hit like, you can do next, but you normally can't
Yeah.
do next if there's no more.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
hit
there was a
next,
next.
and another one came up, and it was subtitle. We was like, "Oh!"
Yeah, there's 10
We was
episodes out right
bugging.
now.
Huh?
There's 10 episodes out right now.
There's 10. Okay, there's 10. Yeah, dude. I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah. So the dubbed is probably 8 or 9. It's usually a week behind for the dub.
Is it? No, I don't. Well, at least not on Hulu. There's no dubbed on Hulu. It's all sub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Funimation usually has the simulcast. It
That's
comes
Ooh,
out in
we
the
should
same week.
probably check. Probably we might go and check Funimation if that's the case, because I'm tired of using my shouting gun, man.
that's funny how we're all watching the same anime using 3 completely different services. Y'all are using Hulu, Funimation. I'm still on VRV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, we started off on Funimation, but then I accidentally paid for Hulu, and it was just mad convenient with Hulu. So we just went to Hulu. We just stayed on Hulu,
And
and
I just
it
noticed it
worked out.
doesn't have VRV usually have subs and dubs. They usually have simulcast too, but for this they don't. But none
For
of it
me,
actually.
I don't know. I
Not
found
much.
difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found difficulty finding dub on
Same.
VRV.
Really?
Same. It's
I find
Crunchyroll. Like they
yeah.
usually don't. They don't have a ton of.
When I look for dub, I go to so I literally just got Hulu. So my only thing I've watched on Hulu is My Hero. But when I'm looking for dubbed, I first head over to Funimation. That's my
Same.
go-to.
Same.
Yeah.
Ever
Well,
since they split, like they don't even have. They barely like they have that. What is it? High Dive, and their stuff is very limited.
yeah, High Dive. I don't know where they
So
came
yeah.
from.
So VRV is they definitely lost away on the dub stuff, but
What
Well,
I
dub
do like
doesn't take
about
Paramount. So
Well, since
whatever.
Sony went and bought Crunchyroll / VRV, who knows? They may just recombine.
Hey, well, I'll tell you one thing though. What I do like about Hulu is that even though it has like dub and then subbed and then dub and then sub, if you're
It plays the
watching in
right
dub,
way.
the next
It plays
episode
the
will be
next.
dubbed. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
That
dope.
is cute.
Yeah, that's where we watched Promise Neverland.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I
Watched
gotta
all
watch
of it.
season 2 of that. We started it, but didn't finish.
I didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, it's been out a little bit.
Oh, second season.
Yeah.
It's crazy how I didn't even hold you accountable for not saying nothing. It's crazy.
That is crazy. And you know,
Because that's on me.
B loves that show. But he
Show's
wasn't
fire.
about to attack you. He was like, oh, there was a second season. You was trying to tell me?
You know what? I'm pretty sure that I mentioned it, but
You might have.
I'm fairly sure I mentioned it on live, but I don't have the memory capacity to confirm that. So I'm just gonna hold that.
You know what else you don't have the memory capacity to confirm? Whether or not we actually mentioned the fifth season of My Hero. I butchered those words. That was crazy.
Who was the fifth hero that was introduced to us in My Hero? Now I gotta find that out.
Oh, the fifth hero?
Find that out.
So
Like
find out next time.
Like, boom, boom, boom.
What does it matter? Because
So
literally every episode they reintroduce the heroes. That's getting kind of played. I ain't gonna hold you. That's getting played. Every episode they introduce the heroes again. Like, bro, I know.
Introduce it, be like, hey, reminder, because there's a lot of characters. This is what they do.
His name is Grape Juice. I understand. Okay.
Okay.
This is Froppy. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on the 5th season now, guy.
Yeah.
I understand. This is Midoriya. I understand. I get it. I get it. We're on season 5 here.
I don't mind it. It's like One Piece.
I don't
does
mind
that
it
too.
at all. Yeah, and One Piece has been around for 25 years. Here's Luffy.
Bro,
he stretches his arms.
Like, no, that's like me playing a video game and like I go up to do something. It's like telling me how to do it. Like, bro, I have 40 hours. I'm at the end game. I understand. Okay, I get it. I get it.
There are people that have thousands of hours in Monster Hunter, but in the upper right corner, it says press circle for this note, press triangle for that note.
Oh God,
it's up there.
yo.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Bothersome. That is really bothersome. That's what made me upset about Kingdom Hearts 2. Is it always told me to push triangle in the battle. I don't even remember what triangle does in the battle system of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Isn't that the standard hit? Or am I crazy?
No. Well, whenever it is a
prompt
scene button, like a prompt, like God of War, like press circle to do the finisher.
Oh, really? Like
press circle to do the finisher.
The ATB.
Do a finisher. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That annoyed me.
Yeah, I haven't played so.
Like in Scarlet Nexus, when you have an enemy at a certain health, a large L2 will show up over the enemy. Like, yo, press L2 to get the finisher.
Mm-hmm. I'll figure that out soon enough.
Oh,
I'm gonna get my ginger, to deal with the whole headache situation, and I'm gonna get into the game. I have to.
Ginger? Wait, ginger helps with.
So yeah, it's the nausea part that kills me. Not even the fact that I get headache; it's the nausea that comes after. So ginger helps with that.
Ginger helps.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be able.
Because you was taking it for one game we were playing.
Kingdom Hearts 1. When that time y'all came over and I started to play it, that was it.
Yeah,
and I played it.
Right. Okay.
So
I thought it was another game that we were playing.
There probably was another game. Yeah, because
So like, is it like pills or do you just like eat ginger raw? Like, how do we do this?
Ginger raw, boom. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. A shot of ginger. I don't know how this works.
Any of them. As long as it's ginger.
As long as you get ginger, you get to go.
As long as it's okay.
And not ginger ale, as there's no ginger.
Are you talking about this?
Oh my gosh.
For those that are listening, I just flashed my can of cranberry ginger ale at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ginger is actually really delicious. I put it in almost every smoothie that I make. It's so good. So good.
Make sure you get minimum of however much you get a day. Because like you said, it's bomb. But
can't confirm.
Not a fan?
Confirm. I've never had just like raw ginger. This is why I was asking you guys about it. I didn't know if it was a ginger pill or a ginger shot. Next time you come by,
I'm gonna change your life. Watch. You ain't even gonna know it.
Just gonna eat a ginger?
Nah, you're gonna know. Ginger is strong. It has very distinctive taste. It's very, very distinct. You take a sip of the smoothie, you block. Oh, there's ginger in that.
You may or may not notice the ginger.
All right.
Is it like cilantro? It's gonna take over the whole taste. Well, how you guys feel about cilantro?
I mean, it could depend on your taste buds, but it shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but it could.
Unless someone was like, yo, let me give you this half a root. Just put a half a root in there. That's crazy. You literally only need like
a fingernail.
A fingernail clipping. Yeah. Get out my head. Bam. That's crazy.
But one day, Key, one day.
Okay. Fair enough. As long
I
as
wish I could hear this Wi-Fi that I'm, but this Wi-Fi, this
This
lo-fi that I'm bumping.
Wi-Fi.
my man's over there bumping that Wi-Fi. What it
Well,
sound like?
It sounds like really good internet.
I imagine Wi-Fi sounds like Hypnotoad, like
My
that in my
man
head.
said,
That's what good Wi-Fi sounds like. Boom, 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 boom. It's just getting all the internet to your crib. Just getting all the
Bro,
internet.
you want all the
Boom, boom,
internet?
boom, boom,
Just
boom,
listen to that AOL dial-up prompt. That's all the
No.
internet
No,
you need.
that's bad internet. We know that.
No, I said good internet to your crib. Getting the good internet. The good internet.
I feel like it sounds like lo-fi.
Boom, 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 boom. Nah.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm
That's
not.
a beat.
I'm not.
Because dial-up was like,
It was.
so like this is like smooth. You know what I mean? It's a vibe. I don't know.
What does
I know
data
what the
sound?
good internet sounds
I was
like.
like-
Can y'all let us know?
Yeah.
Hypnotoad, my vote.
I see it in my head, like when you say it, he's just like,
He just
he's just standing there, just looking at you. Oh man,
that's my dude. That good internet.
we have digressed to all kinds of topics just now. So,
oh, would you?
Fine.
Are you trying to say you want to get the show on the road, or you don't want to talk
No,
about
I'm just
the
trying to
way
figure-
good
no.
internet sounds?
I'm trying to figure out how we went from whatever we were talking about 12 minutes ago. 'Cause I can't even tell you anymore. We're over here talking about what internet sounds like.
We definitely landed on Ginger at some point. So
Like Ginger,
yeah, it
and
might
then
be time.
was talking about Kingdom Hearts and then video game. I don't know. We went from video games to
Bro.
food again.
Good internet sounds like Hypnotoad. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't.
I'm about to put a Hypnotoad image like right there if you keep saying that.
maybe good internet just sounds like good vibes, whatever. So whatever that is,
Whatever
for you,
that is, that's
what it
whatever. Yeah.
Because it's definitely not that. It's
what
not
the-
that. It's not that.
Listen,
It just sounds like nails and telephones. Like I don't know. It was
B,
bad.
if we keep this, I'm gonna change that to your call me tone. Like every time you call me, it's just gonna be the AOL dial-up noise.
I'll be real upset. Let me be quiet. Let me be quiet. I don't want that.
That would be cool. I want y'all to make that on your phones for me.
That'd be kind of fire though if you turn that into a beat. Like you could turn everything into a beat.
Well, yeah,
today.
you can turn anything into a beat.
But,
You know what? I'm about
Now I have to look that. I have to look that up now.
Yeah.
Wow.
that's a
That
beat.
a
That's a
beat.
the AOL remix. AOL.
Oh, I can't
Start
listen
up.
to it right now because then it'll spread everywhere. But I'm
Yeah,
keeping
chill
that
out.
tab open because I need to hear
The
this.
Oh, you found it? The AOL dial-up remix.
A song made entirely from dial-up modem sounds. Let's go.
Yes, I love
Oh,
that.
I need
Yes,
this.
you need to send that to me.
I'm gonna bump it after, and I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm. There,
So
man, let me
with
not
that
because
being
I'm gonna
said,
digress even more. So go ahead. Go ahead.
welcome everybody to another episode of Trigger Talk TV, where we talk all things video games, video game related, and what Wi-Fi sounds like. I am Key, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host B
Ginger is amazing. Hello.
and Reese.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We are digressing.
Yeah, we're digressing.
We're regressing.
Oh
I
my
had
god!
to. I had to.
My man said, "And
Yeah.
Reese, whoa, 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 whoa."
Oh, this is brilliant. I love this show. I can't even keep a straight face. All right,
I'm
y'all.
sorry. I had to do
I'm
that.
actually mega stoked for my topic today
Okay.
because I thought I was doing another topic. Oh, Key, it happened this week. We're like, wait, you're doing that topic?
Oh, did it again? It happened
It
again.
It was actually valid.
Was
I
it?
thought I was doing Reese's, and Reese was like, nah, fam.
That's me.
Oh,
Let me ask
that's
you a question. Let me ask you a question, Key.
Let me. Oh, okay. Okay.
What was I supposed to do? Do you remember?
Yeah, bruh.
Okay,
I
good
didn't
talk.
even know the name of what you were supposed to do.
True.
So
Y'all are showing like this is backdoor access right now. What are y'all doing?
Yo, we opening the door. Yeah, y'all know how
all
it is.
good.
over
You know
here.
what? You're
what I
right.
mean?
You're
all
right.
good.
You gotta have B-roll behind the scenes. You gotta have that.
We're
You
already
gotta have
past
that.
this point, so you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right.
I honestly I don't remember. In my notepad, I had crazy stuff. So
You do
All right.
notes different. That's all I'm saying.
oh man.
Regardless of what, I'm actually really stoked about the topic that I have. Like I have Horizon Forbidden West.
Ooh.
Like, yo, if you ask me, if anyone was to ask me, yo, what's a good game that came out in the last 5 years or last 10 years? This Horizon Zero Dawn is always on that list. Always.
That's a game.
Horizon Zero Dawn is, as Reese just said, that's a game. Open world, combat systems dope. There's a whole bunch of systems. There's stealthing. There's climbing. There's all types of stuff in the game. It's just a brilliant game, and then there's a wonderful, amazing, thought-provoking story on top of it that's weaved all through it. Like this original story spans like 1,000 years, theoretically.
Something crazy like that. Yep.
Yeah. So we fast forward to now, we have Horizon Forbidden West. This is Horizon 2 for short. This is the sequel. It is a direct sequel to the last game. They didn't mention how long in the future from the first game, but it doesn't look that long. It looks like it could be a couple weeks or maybe a year. You know what I mean? It doesn't look significantly long. But the amount of real life time that has passed shows. The original one was released in 2017. 2017 doesn't seem like that long ago. Like you hear 2017, you're like, yo, that was yesterday.
Yeah, it was only 4 years ago.
That was actually 4 years ago. And this game looks amazing. It makes the first one look bad, like look ugly, like stunning, like visual wise.
Which is wild because Horizon Zero Dawn looked amazing.
It was one of the better looking games of that time, of that era. So Horizon Forbidden West is developed by Guerrilla Games and it's published by Sony, obviously, because Guerrilla is Sony now.
Mm-hmm.
The engine is the Decimia engine, and the engine that this game was made and was developed with is the same engine that they use on Killzone Shadowfall. They also use it on, obviously, the first Horizon, but it was updated. So when Kojima did his own thing, Kojima came over and helped them update this engine, and it's the same engine that was used in Death Stranding.
Oh, cool.
This is an engine.
So, of course, your boy Kojima found a way to touch this game, and now the engine has been enhanced again for Forbidden West.
Ooh, knowing that Kojima touched it. Ooh.
Yeah. So Sony gave us a state of play like they did with Ratchet and Clank. They did for this game as well. It was like a 20-minute just about this game, and I swear they had a spy listening to us because there was no intros. There was no like, oh, let's show you some games. It was literally the game director came on. So Matthijs de Jong, he came on and was like, yo, I'm about to show you guys this game, blah, 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 run it. And then the game came on. Yeah, it's like, yes.
Okay.
They heard us. Like, if you're gonna do a state of play that's just for one game, just do it.
Just
like,
do it from the start.
Don't be trying to add extra, just do it. So they did it. The moment it starts, you're thrust into some CGI, right? It's just beautiful, beautiful world. Aloy looks like you can reach out and touch her. There's like, yo, the visuals are just on another level. It's like it's the next tier. Like Unreal Engine 5 and this version of Decimia, you can see it. You can see the difference. It is night and day. It's crazy. And then obviously there's that magical moment, right? Where's the loading screen? Where's the thing, whatever? And when it turns to game, right? When it switches to gameplay, the drop off is significantly smaller than anything I've ever seen. It reminds me of like that new game that's about to come out, A Lost Soul Aside.
Yep.
How it just, the moment that camera turns behind, you're good to go. And it doesn't look like the CGI ever stopped.
You're just playing.
That's what it looks like. You're just playing now.
Oh, yeah.
And the movement looks more fluid. The combat is way faster and fluid. I'll get into that in a second. The water. If you remember the water in the first one, it was very limited. Like you could do some stealth in the water, you could do some things, you know what I mean? But it wasn't that deep, it wasn't that vast. Now there's entire cities. So you start off in San Francisco. There's a whole San Francisco down there to explore, and it looks like I'm watching National Geographic, bro. It's beautiful, beautiful down there.
National
It's
Geographic.
crazy. It's crazy. It's
My man's watching that Nat Geo.
bro. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they had again 2017. They released a wild title and a good expansion to finish it off with. So they already had a lot to live up to.
Yes, the shoes were very big to follow in behind the shoes of the first game because that game is stellar. So everything just looks dope. Like you're constantly met with stunning backdrops and visuals and things of that nature. But that's just the visual aspect. Then when you get down to the next level, like the way that she interacts with the environment, like the way her foot lands on the ground, it looks legit. There's not a lot of those moments where you're like, that doesn't look good. You know what I mean? Like I was just playing Scarlet Nexus, so I'm gonna compare a lot of the stuff. And like when you're standing on something, the foot just doesn't look like it belongs on that piece of terrain. It doesn't look aligned. It doesn't look good. This, it looks like she's actually there in the space on that type of ground. The way she moves through the leaves,
mm-hmm.
it's better than Ghost of Tsushima, which it should be. It's a next gen title.
Next gen title, yeah. See,
you know what I mean?
That's
like,
something I've been doing in like PS1 games. Like, you know, the graphics weren't all that, but they were still trying to push it. So you could tell the difference between in those games where you're walking up a set of stairs and they're just like walking up a slope rather than actually each step. Each step, and you can hear each step, you can see each step, things like that. Now
they changed that with Metal Gear. So Metal Gear was the first game where Solid Snake, we really went up each individual step.
Yep.
Right. That was a way to showcase that we're not just using that slope and then putting a picture of steps on top of it. We're actually going up each step. So the way she moves through the leaves, all that stuff, it's just beautiful. The way the trees move with the wind it's stunning. I was my jaw was dropped watching it.
Okay.
And then the sickest thing is as you're going through, it's seamlessly transitioning from cutscene to gameplay without you barely even noticing. Like, it's I
said a thing of dreams.
A thing of dreams, my brother. It's really beautiful. It's next gen for
video game dreams are probably finally coming about.
Yeah. So when I was looking at the video and I was looking at it and I was watching it and I'm doing my notes, my significant other was here. So my partner's here and she watched me play the second half of the original game. So when she saw the cutscene, she was like, oh my gosh, that looks like a movie. She literally pulled up with a bag of popcorn and sat down behind me and watched the entire video. She's like, this is beautiful. Like, this is a movie. This is crazy. And it really was that transition from, like, you remember the what was it? The land of nanite or luminite or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Like the very first thing we covered. Yep.
The
UE5 demo.
It reminded me of that, but with actual gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, whew. So just from a standpoint of it being next gen on new hardware and all that stuff, the visuals and the graphics and all that stuff is there. This game will run 4K. It does have HDR. It will have all the PS5 stuff, the haptic feedback, the Tempest audio. They're incorporating everything as much as they can because most of the game was devved on the PS4 and they had to switch over.
Yep.
During the pandemic. It was tough. They said it was tough. But so that's that aspect of it. Now, for those of you returning or have never played it, they changed some stuff up. They added some stuff. Obviously, it's a new title. The climbing. So now there's a climbing button similar to Assassin's Creed or something like that. That when you're holding that button, it makes the movement of climbing seamless. So you can climb and do all this stuff. And now they added, what's it called? They added it's like a grappling hook. It's called the pull caster. So now you can run and climb and jump, and then you can use your pull
more
caster to get
caster.
across
Yeah.
more space and things of that nature. And they revamped the melee system. So before it was really heavily based on trapping, right? Like you
I
start in
remember
stealth,
that. Yep.
you set up your traps, and then it goes boom. Then once that kicks off, there's really no more stealth after that. You just got to go. Cool. And and it was really for that. Like the melee combat was very limited. I don't know if you remember, but it
I
was
remember.
very limited.
Yeah, you could only do it when
Right.
you weren't detected, and once you were
Right.
detected, that's it. So
Right, because trying to run up with your lance and trying to it was tough. It was really tough. Well, now that's out the window. There is combos and things that happen when you're fighting with melee, and now they grant you abilities for completing specific combos. So, like if you complete a specific combo, in the trailer they showed resonator blast. So when she landed it the right way, there was a prompt for you to shoot an arrow in the spot. So she did the melee combo, she jumped back, she shot the arrow at the specific spot, boom, and then she did this giant electric charge, shocked the ground. It was insane. It was beautiful. It was cool. And it was something that was not in the first game.
No, you weren't doing any of that cool stuff.
Right. So they took everything that they did right with the first game, and now they're just adding layers. They're adding layers to it. And I thought that was really sick for the melee combat because it was so limited in the first game.
We all know how you like your melee.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You gotta have.
I love combos.
Yeah, you gotta have the combos. You gotta have the combos. Yeah, what the combos at?
I'm surprised you didn't jump out of your seat at that part, Key.
Huh?
I said I'm surprised you didn't jump out of your seat at that part. But
I've never even played Horizon really. I'm still on my file. I'm still a kid, so like I don't really know.
Yeah,
I don't have too much. I don't have no attachment.
crazy.
I know. I mean, I haven't played it, but like I do want to play it. I have interest in playing it. It's just I don't know nothing about the game.
All right.
Gotcha.
My man said I didn't even grow up yet.
It's
That's
a special
crazy.
one.
Yeah, I'm still a kid.
And they added new weapons. Like they have, she has smoke bombs now. I couldn't remember if that was in the first game, but the smoke bombs.
No, there was those
now
the stun ones that you just
nah. So you still have those, but now there's smoke bombs to mess their vision up. So
I want to say there were incendiary ones too, probably.
Yes, they definitely were. And now they have she has this launcher where you can shoot adhesive grenades to slow the machines down. There's so much more combat. Now, I always said that Horizon reminded me of, any other open world game, whatever, just A, with a better story, and B, some of the machines reminded me of Shadow of the Colossus because you have to figure out how to take them down. You know what I mean? Like you can't just run up and just shoot an arrow at something. It'll bounce off of
it'll bounce off the hide and then
right. Like it'll bounce off the armor plating. You have to figure out how to take each machine down and then remember that for each different machine. So with this, they've expanded upon that. Is now when you knock off pieces of the machine, like you remember the T-Rex in the first one with the big cannon on the back?
You have to blow that up.
If you can blow it up, you blow it up, right?
That's it.
Now you can knock that stuff off and pick it up and use it.
Yes. So in the original one, there was only like one or two enemies did that.
Not many.
Like you pick up I think it was like a Gatling gun or something like that.
Yep.
Use that on
right. Now they're like they added so much more of that type of stuff to where you incentivize you taking off pieces of these machines. And they made the machines, obviously, they made them tougher, so that way it really pushes you to take off little pieces by piece rather than just trying to take them out. And the world is destructible by these machines. So they had a scene where Aloy's behind cover and she's shooting arrows, whatever, and the machine just runs up and knocks the cover down. So they can destroy the terrain. So now they're adding more terrain elements. So now that thing that you used to use for cover is gone. That thing that you used to jump off of to get away might be gone. You know what I mean? Yeah, so they added another layer.
We need more games with destructible terrain. That should be like a mainstay in games. I don't understand.
Dude, that's been in games Not all games,
Not
but
all
only some
games,
games
but
do that.
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
the first time I recall ever seeing that was Red Faction,
Red Faction. Yep.
Mhm.
and it just blew me away when I was able to just shoot the wall and it blew a hole, and I shoot the wall and I dig deeper into the wall. I'm just like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yo,
why was this not in games before?
that's
It's
crazy.
crazy how 30, 40 years later, we're still like, oh yeah, let's just destroy the terrain. It's cool now.
Right,
Like,
like it makes sense. That's why we like Rainbow Siege 6 so much, right? Like
mhm.
you can make your own peaks, you can make your own angles, you can make because it's like e- almost everything is destructible. Like that's how they started the base of that game. When it was like when they
Mhm.
started deving that game, it was like destructibility is first, then everything else comes after.
Mhm.
That's dope.
And yeah, like, super cool. Like, and I think more games should try to add this element, especially as the technology gets better, and it might get easier to add this type of stuff because
Yeah, it is
it
resource
changes the
intensive.
dynamic. It
Yes.
changes the dynamic, and it makes it less able to be cheesed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't really just I found a spot where the enemy like just can't see me or the AI or whatever, and I can just stay in the spot. And but nah,
Yeah.
this thing will come over and knock the whole thing over. Now what are you?
Yeah.
Now what are you
This
gonna do?
destructible terrain is a very large tech debt because, yeah, in comparison to the first one, the second one, you'll hide behind that rock and you're like, oh, you can't get me, ha ha, and the AI is going to be stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
Versus now the AI could say, oh, do I go through this? He has to compensate for going through the terrain, going around the terrain,
Mm-hmm.
avoiding the terrain completely, and then attacking from there. There are so many more variables that I can do now. Oh,
Yeah.
does the terrain still exist after being destroyed? Like, are there still pieces that could block? Like, it has to compensate for all of that.
Right. It's a lot of stuff that goes in. And just watching that thing, I was really, really, really impressed the entire way through. Like the like I was watching it with my partner, and we were like, the only thing that we noticed, the only thing, if this is the only thing, this game is set up for a really, really, really good release. Was Aloy obviously has this long, wonderful flowing hair, right? And it looks better now. The
Uh
way
huh.
it moves, the way it lands, the way it does everything is it's even better now. But because the weapons are transparent, that her hair clips all of her weapons as they sit on her back. Not a big deal. That's really it. I was trying to look to nitpick.
I thought
I'm
clipping
looking.
was major to you though.
What up?
I thought clipping was major to you.
If it's something like in
Clipping is major
Siege,
to me. Right. In
yeah.
something like that. If I'm clipping and you can shoot my arm, that's terrible. Terrible. In a CGI, I really don't like to see it. In the actual gameplay, it's tough for that stuff. Um, so I wasn't that upset about it. I just wish they just let it lay over the top of the weapons. So
Hair
that way
is
it
a
didn't go
hard
through.
thing.
The hair is hard, right? And that was really the only thing that we could find. I was like, if her hair clipping her bow is the only thing in this game that doesn't look good or make sense, man, this thing is looking it's just looking dope.
It's looking like a
It's
good
looking dope.
release.
It's looking dope. Looking dope. But yeah, now the release date.
Oh.
Due to all the stuff, all the issues that they had with starting the development on PS4, we obviously had we obviously had the demi, and
Mm-hmm.
then moving into the PS5, and then trying to add all the features for that. The game was set for 2021. They never gave a date.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're saying late 2021. But there's also strong rumors that it might get officially delayed. We shall see.
I mean,
So,
they still got half a year. Make it
Right.
happen.
Right.
they still have no idea, huh?
There's just no they say late 2021. So obviously they're aiming for the holiday season. Um, but they could miss it. They could miss it because of whatever difficulties that they're
Yeah.
facing. But all in all, it looks like an amazing game. If you've never played the first one, it looks brilliant. It really does look amazing. And if you did play the first one, you're in for a ride. If you're excited about this game,
Which I
and
am.
you haven't, go look at that state of play. Just take the 19 minutes and go watch that. If you are a fan of Aloy and Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West looks like it will not disappoint.
I don't think it's gonna be it's gonna be kind of hard for that game to disappoint.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
and it is.
you never know.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
you never
say
know.
it is
You never
equally
know. It
as
could
easy
biomutant you.
to. Oof.
Yeah.
It could equally be as disappointing. All the good things we're seeing, and we're like, oh, it's not as fluid as they only showed this part because that part's fluid, but this isn't. Or
Exactly.
this part's
You never know.
jank, and then there's infinite possibilities. So,
Yeah.
but from what we're seeing so far,
Leave some space. Just leave some space. Don't say
Always.
just leave
Always.
some
Some
space. I
space.
can
Always.
understand the hype. Trust me, I understand the hype. Just
fam, I said
gotta
this
leave
last
some
week.
space.
There's no more immediate purchase due to publisher developer. There's no more immediate purchase due to game name. There's no more of that. But
not confirm or
Horizon,
deny that. But I understand where you're coming from.
Really? Do I hear some
Yeah.
bias?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm buying Elder Scrolls.
Respect. Oh, so am I. So am I.
I've already
but
bought it. It's already got
that's
my money.
wild.
It's already purchased.
It's already purchased.
So is Starlight or whatever it's called. It's already got my money.
So game
Starfield.
releases, all the doors
Sorry.
are broken. You can't update anything. You got to wait until the patch. You still buying it?
What do you? I bought Cyberpunk, and I didn't know it was gonna be like that. You think it's gonna? It's not like no.
I bought Cyberpunk. That's a crazy statement.
I know. I didn't want to buy Cyberpunk like that. I just didn't know it was gonna be like that.
I know.
That game would. Let's not, because we had
But
a
like,
whole
if
saga
somebody
with
was
that game.
like, the day before release, yo, this X amount of 30 things is wrong with it. All right, I'm not gonna buy it. Like,
Exactly.
you back me in the corner. You put me in a position to where, of course, I'm gonna say no. I'm not
Nah,
gonna
it's
buy
already
it.
bought though.
But I have bias to the point where it's like you just said. The conversation was, would just because the publisher is bringing out this game, am I buying it? I say yes. Like, yes. Bethesda's
right.
dropping these 2 games. Yes.
Yes. Oh, Bethesda?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because like all that stuff, they dev and publish it, right?
Bethesda,
Like,
as far as I know.
All the Bethesda work stuff, like all the Fallouts
Yeah.
or whatever. Like besides the ones that we know, like was dead, like New
Like
Vegas,
New
was dead
Vegas,
by
yeah.
Obsidian,
Yeah.
published by Bethesda. But
Aside,
they,
aside from that, yeah.
they do everything.
I wonder
How that's gonna go with Microsoft in the mix.
I was literally just about to say that.
Yeah.
Literally. Like,
I mean, they're
who's
still
gonna-
their own entity, so I don't think things would change too much.
But I mean, it could be devved by like, but like, you know how if you go like wiki or something, it's like commas based on what companies are part of it. It could be like Bethesda, Microsoft. You know what I'm saying, or something like that.
Could be.
Could be double dipping.
It might be devved by Bethesda and published by Xbox. You know what I mean? Like published by Microsoft or Xbox.
Oh,
Game
published by
Studios.
Microsoft. Yeah, I can see that happening
Yeah.
too. Published by Microsoft.
Right. So that way they're like, do y'all thing, but here's a check because we own you now.
Y'all ain't got to publish nothing no more.
Because they bought ZeniMax, right? They acquired it.
Yeah, they own
So
it.
it's theirs. It's
I'm
not
hoping
like Discord.
I'm hoping Microsoft slides them a couple devs, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of holes in y'all game. Here's a couple heads. Yeah. Here's a couple heads to help y'all fix that.
Yeah. And they said that they're using a newer version of their engine, right?
Yes. For the first time in what, like 11 years or something?
In like 100 million years.
So, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm sure Starfield is going to be it's going to be like Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Like Starfield is going to be their test run.
Mhm.
And then Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be the next version.
And I think Starfield is going to be an exclusive.
Xbox exclusive?
Mm-hmm. I think the Elder Scrolls will be loose, like it might be timed or whatever.
I think
Starfield might be locked down. I think.
If
I don't know. I got a feeling.
mistaken, that was already confirmed.
There you go.
I believe.
Starfield?
I believe I saw an article that said bad news for Sony or PlayStation owners that want to play Starfield. Like, pretty sure I saw like a title, a header or something like that.
It wouldn't surprise me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But boom,
But take that with a
is
grain of salt, because I don't know.
Horizon Forbidden West looks like everything we want it to be. We shall see.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's gonna be an Xbox game.
Starfield? Yeah.
Yeah, that's an Xbox.
I thought I saw that. Yeah, I thought I saw that. Which, hey, I'm not mad about. You know what I'm saying?
Do it.
I should have a
Makes
Series
sense
X
to me.
by then. You know,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So okay. So anyways, I got some this is some sticky stuff we got going on right here,
You got
man.
some tea?
Oh, this is keys for.
We
Is this
got
your first court case covering?
bro, yeah, y'all did me dirty. I mean, it's not bad though because watch this. Watch this.
Okay, let me see how you
This
do
right
it.
here is it's a case of who done it first.
Dun, dun, dun.
Kind of, not really.
Hmm.
So so we
Okay.
have this we're gonna call this Warzone versus Warzone.
Mhm.
Yo, there's some sticky stuff that have. There's some tea, man. So recently, Activision filed a complaint against any developer by the name of Randy Ficker. Heard of his name? I didn't. So
Never.
Randy Ficker is the mastermind behind the browser-based strategy game called Warzone. Warzone is a multiplayer, turn-based negotiation game that was inspired by Risk. I've never played Risk. I have no
Oh,
idea how
Oh,
it plays.
Risk is so lit.
Risk, chef's kiss. That's a
Listen,
game.
you think Monopoly can tear families apart? Risk is on a whole.
Yeah, I've never played Risk, so I
Now
don't
we
know
got. Now we got to get a game.
of Risk.
Yes, we
And this
have
was
to.
inspired by Risk.
Okay,
Nice.
I already
So,
like how
they
this Warzone sounds.
Activation. Oh man. So Activation filed the complaint against Randy Ficker, right?
Yes, sir.
And this dispute is over whether or not Activision has the right to use Warzone as a part of its title. Randy Ficker first published Warzone, his strategy game, in 2017, but didn't file the trademark until October of 2020, right?
Oh,
So, yeah, he waited 3 years.
jeez.
So,
Okay.
Activision released Call of Duty Warzone in March of 2020, 3 years after Randy Ficker's Warzone, but they filed their trademark in June of 2020.
A few months
So,
before him.
so just because there's gonna be a lot of numbers and dates
Right.
going
Yep.
around.
Yep. Yep.
I
So,
see what's happening.
so Randy Ficker's Warzone was filed for trademark in October of 2020,
Mhm.
and Activision's Warzone was filed for trademark in June of 2020.
Yep.
Just so we can
Yep.
get
Yep.
those
Yep.
dates out there. So in November of 2020, Warzone.com sent a cease and desist letter to Activision demanding that Activision change the name of its games, stop using Warzone's Warzone mark, and abandon the trademark applications that they put in.
Whoa.
Oh, you asking for a lot.
So
Yeah.
a
Wow.
solo developer is
Mhm.
like, I'm not scared of big Activision Blizzard, bro. Hold
They went
this.
for him. I mean, once I get further in, you'll see why his hands were almost tied, like almost
Right.
had to. So,
Right.
Okay.
in November 2020, he sent that cease and desist letter. Warzone.com is threatening legal action against Activision over the name and seeking massive damages.
Mm.
Activision defends itself by saying that the two parties aren't the only games with titles with Warzone in their name. Now the problem with that is I I was like, oh, that's an interesting take. So I went and Googled trying to find different games with Warzone in the name,
Mm.
and literally only Call of Duty came up. Like that's all I could find on the internet
That's
was
all
Call
you're
of Duty Warzone.
going to find.
But the article that I used for this information, Polygon, linked to a game called Anomaly Warzone Earth, using that as an example for
I have
another
that
game that
game
has Warzone.
actually.
You do?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it.
There's a whole series of those Anomaly games.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. So anyways, Randy Ficker initially called for blocking the trademark due to confusion between Activision's Call of Duty Warzone and Warzone, the strategy game. And Activision claims the games are so different, it's impossible. Like you can't, there's no way nobody's
Right.
confusing us.
It's a valid argument. They're very different
Also
games.
a valid argument. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I see
not
what they're
like
trying to do.
it's not like they're wrong. And Activision even went as far as to say that in their complaint, it says Activision's Call of Duty Warzone could not be more different from Defendant's Game. I'm sorry. From Defendant's Game, a low budget niche virtual board game like Hasbro's Risk, where players take turns moving numbers
Ooh.
representing armies across a map of the world. Indeed, it is inconceivable that any member of the public could confuse the two products or believe that they are affiliated with or related to each other. Yo, Activision went in. Like
Damn, son, y'all ain't got to
they,
pull out the flamethrower. Like,
They didn't have to do all
yo,
of that.
they
yo,
smoked him.
they put
Oh,
the verbiage in that statement.
Yo,
yo,
they
that was
should've called him-
borderline slander, bro.
Yo.
Yo,
Yo, they called him a low budget niche virtual
can you read that
board.
again? That
Yo,
was
just what they said. I'll read it.
yeah, I need to hear this one more time.
Activision's
Sorry.
Call of Duty Warzone could not be more different from Defendant's Game, a low budget niche virtual board game like Hasbro's Risk.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
low budget niche.
they smoked them. They smoked them. But look, Randy, honestly, Randy he had a little bit of a clapback.
Okay.
So Randy Ficker has a GoFundMe page, and on that, he has a GoFundMe page to help that he created to help with the legal battle,
Okay.
which, by the way, has garnered almost $23,000 out of the $53,000 goal.
good,
That's cute.
good for Fit.
Yeah. So he shows how he had set up a category on Twitch for Warzone with his logo, and it is filled with Call of Duty Warzone players, which is true. I looked this up myself. You can go to twitch.tv right now, go in the search bar, type in Warzone, and you'll see, just type in Warzone, not call it just Warzone, and you'll see the logo of his game. And if you
Ooh.
click on it, everybody there is playing Call of Duty Warzone.
Which supports his argument.
It supports his argument,
Yep.
supports Randy Fick's argument.
Mm.
And also the GoFundMe also states that Activision claims that they only promoted Warzone as part of the Call of Duty franchise, saying Call of Duty Warzone. Like whenever they talk in publications, it's Call of Duty Warzone.
No.
But Ficker goes on to list many publication excerpts where Activision referred to their game as just Warzone.
Mhm.
Three of them being Warzone is a giant sandbox for combat and adventure. Warzone was developed with all playstyles ... and Warzone Battle Royale mode ... So he also has
He got some clapback,
some
right?
he also has some clapback, like, oh, really? Nobody will get it confused. Well, let me show you how that isn't true. He also stated that he's received a ton of emails saying that they're tired of the cheaters, they're tired of the bots. There's always
jeez.
the servers
He's
are
getting
always
these
bad. He's receiving these emails saying the servers are always bad, and he has to email them back saying, that's not me, contact Activision.
Oh wow!
So he could just go to
This
the
is it.
court.
Yo,
Go to the
this-
court with his cell phone, go into his sent folder and be like, yo, I have to deal with this, fam. Like,
Check the emails.
I thought we weren't getting confused here. And
Right.
like, fam,
Right, because I thought that my game was a low
budget niche ripoff of a
virtual
board game.
board game like Hasbro's Risk.
Yep.
Verbatim, bro.
Verbatim.
So
Let's go.
at the bottom of his GoFundMe page, it says, and I quote, "The law is clear. If you use a name in commerce before someone else, they can't sue you to get rights for that name." Now, according to Kendra Albert, a clinical institutor at the Harvard Law School Cyber Law Clinic, they say since Ficker had previously used Warzone as a title for his game, it gives him the right to use the mark in commerce as well as priority claim.
Oof.
Priority claim. You heard that one.
Priority claim.
So them being Activision, trademarking it prior to him is now
Means nothing.
Means nothing.
It doesn't. It's. I mean,
All
the
right,
law is a slippery slope, man.
Yeah.
It's not. Nothing is
is.
guaranteed.
Okay, wait,
with
wait,
the
wait,
law.
wait. Not that it doesn't mean anything, but he has priority on the trademarking. Is that
He's
what
got
it's-
some. So yes, he has priority on the trademark. So I'll say this: he has something to bring to the table when it hits the courts. He has an argument on his
Yep.
side when he goes to the courts. I can't say anything is thrown out the window
Of course
because
not.
Yeah.
the law is the
Listen,
law. You know,
This
that,
is
so
this is why we have judges and
Yeah.
checks and balances, because they have to
Listen.
preside and
Mhm.
figure out what
The
is the best
law.
thing based on what we got. This is where we have
Exactly.
judges
exactly.
based on
This-
what's presented.
Miss me with that.
Now, with that exact thing being said, with that
Yep.
in mind, if they don't oppose this and Activision gets the trademark, they're in a situation where Activision can come after them for using their mark, for using Warzone. This is what
Crazy.
Albert said regarding Ficker's opposition. Now, that's bad because Ficker has literally been living off of Warzone, which is a sequel. So he's been living off his franchise for the past 10 years. If he
Oof.
was to have to change anything like his name, anything like that, it would cost, and it would also it would be bad for the brand. He'd have to completely rebrand.
Right.
That's gonna cost money. He could lose players and all the other stuff.
Yeah, it could anything could happen. Anything could come from it.
Right.
And he stated that he spent so far between the website domain and court fees and everything, all the fees for the lawyers and things. He's spent so far $60,000.
And it hasn't even gone to litigation or anything like that.
It
It hasn't
hasn't.
even gone
He's
to the
just
floor yet.
paying the fees. And so
Sheesh.
Ficker said his ask was 0.25%.
Yes.
0.25% of Call of Duty's profits, and Activision countered with $10,000. And Ficker rejected it because again, the legal fees cost $50,000 more than
Right.
Activision
what
offered him
Activision-
10 grand.
He
10
asked for
grand.
0.25% of Warzone's profit, a Call of Duty Warzone's profits. Activision counter offered with $10,000, and Ficker was like, "That's you're
Yo.
being disrespectful."
Yeah,
Like,
I'm bringing that to me
You're
too. Like, are you being for real?
unreasonable?
yeah, you're being highly unreasonable
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
being unreasonable.
And
I just
that-
dropped 60K just to have this conversation with you. And
Right,
now you try to throw me
exactly.
10? And nah, bro, we
Yeah,
going to court.
Exactly.
See, now I want
Exactly.
10% because I had this
That-
first.
That tells me though that he has some ground to stand on.
Exactly.
Though, if Activision is offering him a payout, he has
Mhm.
some ground to stand on.
Get that 10 mil.
10, hey, I don't know, man.
Get
Like,
that 10
man,
mil. 10,000? That's disrespect. Turn that to 10
Right.
mil.
Right, because their legal advisors were like, well, listen, hold on. You can't just dismiss this because there's some validity here. Let's
Mhm.
let's like make him an offer to settle out of court. And their offer
So,
was 10K. I can see the
10K.
lawyers like, nah.
Y'all
This
blew
is not what we
it.
had in mind.
Y'all blew it.
So this legal battle is actually still ongoing to this day.
To this day.
And when reached out for comments, Activision responded by email and saying the defendant named in this suit, Ficker, has basely threatened the company. The statement read, "We do not infringe upon his intellectual property. We are filing this action so the court can reject his frivolous and irresponsible claims."
Frivolous and irresponsible is you offering that man $10,000.
Activision is big mad. Well, see, here's the thing.
Okay.
He could have kind of gone. I don't know. It's if he didn't say anything, if he didn't, so he spoke up and he was like, "Yo, I don't want you to use none of these names anymore." Right? He even admitted to saying that he knew that was going to get thrown out. Like that wasn't going to be the case at the end result of this whole case. He just wanted. It's kind of like asking for $20 per an hour and getting 18. You know what I mean? He was asking for more than what he wanted so he can get somewhere close to what he wanted.
Always.
Right. So he can at least have the conversation, right?
And work their way down
and work
from
their
what
way
they
to
can
something
settle on.
reasonable.
Yeah. So, but if he didn't say that, then like they in turn can do that to him. You know what I mean? And this is a multi-billion-dollar company, and he literally, there's no employees. It's all him. He's done all the updates, and Warzone currently has a user base of 80,000 people, and it's constantly being updated, and it's all him.
Mhm.
And this is it's his life. It's his only way of living. So if he didn't say, "Yo, you guys can't use this anymore," they can just say it to him, and
He would
definitely
be
screwed.
Right.
done.
Yeah,
Right. He waited as long as he could. He's like, I got to do something. I got to do something.
got to do something. So
Wow.
I'm interested in seeing where that goes in the end because
Yeah.
Because my man
And-
has some validity.
he's got some stuff, man. He's got some stuff. The only thing I will say is that on his GoFundMe, I mean, he has to, I don't know if I want to say cry wolf, but he said in 2017, I quote, in 2017, I launched my indie game Warzone. In 2020, Activision launched Call of Duty Warzone and is now suing me to steal the name, banking on my limited resources. And it's like, that's
That's
kind of the case, but he's like fun. He's like kind
he's
of
real
like,
funny with the wording.
yeah, because he's the one that put out the initial thing and was like, yo, I'm taking your, like, you know what I mean? They
Mhm.
didn't, he's kind of making it sound like out of nowhere, they sent him a cease and desist when it was him that sent the cease and desist to start this
Right.
whole legal battle.
Right. Like he sent the cease and desist, but they're suing him.
It's a complaint. They're like, take this and throw it out. But so here's the
Gotcha.
thing. So
Gotcha.
what
Okay.
what Activision are doing is a complaint. Like, take this, like, take this to judge, throw this out. It's baseless. Like, it
Right.
doesn't make any sense. But if that was to happen and Activision gets their trademark,
Of course.
they can go to him and be like, stop using our name.
Right.
So
Right. No. Yeah. That's the crazy part. Is like
Yeah.
he's taking a colossal risk
yeah,
against one thing that literally pays is his livelihood.
it is his livelihood. This is all he has.
And,
Yeah.
and its users. Wow, man. Well, I'm a fan of the
little guy?
one
Of the little guy?
of the
Mhm.
one
Yeah.
guy, like
Yeah.
like he's the Deku versus the big muscle dude right now. You know what I mean? Like, can he get
Oh,
that
the
punch off?
Nomus.
The no moves. Yep.
No, no,
I
no, no,
wanna
no,
see-
the big muscle dude from the cliff when he was saving the kid.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I know who you're
Gotcha,
talking about.
gotcha.
You know what
Yeah.
I
We're saving
mean?
the little water kid.
Saving the water
Mhm.
kid. Yeah.
Yep.
Like literally that one rocker is all you got, bro. Like, can you get it
We
done?
got one man
done.
versus Activision Blizzard. We got 5 people versus Steam.
Was it
Yeah.
Valve?
Steam?
Yeah.
Valve. Yeah. Yo.
Yeah.
We need
I
more of
honestly,
these.
I hope he gets through, man. I hope
I
that
really do.
I hope that the fact that he put his game out first is gonna get him to the other side of this, and when he wins
Mhm.
out,
Right. Because he put it out first and used
Yeah.
it for commerce. So
yes, he used it for commerce first.
that's his bait. That's the foundation of his argument.
Right, exactly. He had it first.
You had it
Um,
first.
I
And
wonder why he took so long with the trademark.
I don't know.
how much does that cost?
A trademark? I don't know. But I mean, my man's spending
It's worth it,
$60,000 on
honestly.
legal fees. So what are you gonna say? Like, it's too much money?
Yeah.
Maybe,
I don't know,
maybe
man.
that's a detail that I'm pretty sure the judge is gonna ask that. Like, fam, you came out with this in 17, you wait till 20. What's your problem?
Yeah,
Why
there's
didn't-
going to be a lawyer or something that's
Mhm.
going to
So-
ask or
that's gonna come
cross-examine
up,
him.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why did you wait till after? Oh, yeah. I'm very interested in this case. I'm very
Yeah.
invested into this case.
You put this in
Because
your
now that I
bookmarks.
think about it, yeah, because Call of Duty Warzone was launched. When was it launched? It was launched
I thought it was
in
March.
March of
Yes,
20?
March of 2020. Warzone was launched in March of 2020, and he didn't file his until
So
October. October.
Maybe he didn't.
7 months later.
Quick math.
So, okay, the game came out. He's like, oh, crap. This is AB coming up with a game with the same name as mine. What do I do? What do I do? He probably was seeking counsel for this.
For 7 months, bro.
Listen,
That's a
court
knock.
cases
That's a
last.
big knock on his case. That's
For
a
3
big knock.
years.
No, it's 3 years. That's going to be the knock on his case, not the
For 3
several
years
months.
you
No,
didn't
I mean-
trademark it.
No, I mean, no, that's understandable. If nobody else is using your name, there's no real precedence for you to actually trademark it, right?
No.
I mean, if you made it, you would have trademarked it out the gate, right?
Yeah.
Me? No.
What?
No.
Okay.
No, you gotta, yo, bro, you want to, when you're doing something like that, you want to spend as little money as possible. Like, you do it when it's like
That's
utmost
why he ain't
necessary.
You want to know
trademark
what?
it.
You want to know what's crazy?
But
If he
the
had
thing
done
is-
that, he wouldn't have be spending $60,000 to argue with Activision right now because it would be in his
Bro,
name.
nope,
Period.
Nope, wrong. Because Call of Duty Warzone came out in March. They didn't even trademark it themselves until June, or is it? Yeah, until
You're telling
June.
me his Warzone came out in 17. If he didn't trademark it that year, that AB would be able to just use Warzone. It would be.
Wait,
It would be.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said if he had trademarked it very soon after Warzone 17 came out,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have this issue.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
That's
He
what
wouldn't
I'm
have this
saying.
issue. Oh, okay, yeah, very true. But I mean, I understand the guys. I understand his, like, because let's say I had a brand, right? I would not drop the brand and then like I wouldn't, as I'm making it, I wouldn't copyright or trademark anything immediately because you don't know what could happen. Like
Right.
it could flop. Now you got to copyright it or trademark flop. Like it's not smart.
Sell it.
It's not smart. Sell it.
Sell
Just
it.
sell it. Just sell it. Yeah.
Like,
sell
yo,
it.
AB come to you like, yo, we think about coming out with this game of Warzone. We'll give you 10K for the trademark. Done.
Done.
Oh man.
Not
Yeah,
this.
so
not,
you do the
not
only
this.
the only
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Some people do that.
Yeah.
I remember when
What are they
like
called? Patent
when,
trolls.
Yeah, I remember when like really the transition to everything being online was a
Mhm.
thing. And a lot of football teams and professional teams had to pay for the domains
Oh,
and things of
yeah.
that nature, stuff
That's
like that.
wild.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. I can dig that. People even sell websites. Like you'll see them parked and you got to purchase them for like 10 bands, something like something
Mhm.
crazy that they're parked for. Yeah, you can do that for sure. But
The ElderScrolls6.com. Park that right now.
they,
it
they got
right now.
that when they made Elder Scrolls 1. Like they probably got Elder Scrolls up to 10 parked.
About to look.
ElderScrolls6.com. Elder Scrolls
You'd
6
have
is
to-
parked free, courtesy of GoDaddy.com.
Yeah, parked.
Yeah,
It's parked.
they got that. Elder Scrolls 7. Listen, there's a domain out there. There's a domain out
Yeah, he
there.
about to go, my man's about to go up to 15.
Oh, that's crazy. Somebody already owns ElderScrolls7.com.
Oh,
Bro, I'm telling you.
somebody about
like,
to get a check. Somebody about to
Oh,
get a check.
It's probably
What?
Bethesda themselves. They got mad money. We're talking about
No.
a triple A here.
It's a WordPress site.
Oh, WordPress.
It might not be them,
It
bro.
might not be them.
It might not be them.
But
It might not be them.
yeah, man. As somebody that is doing things on their own, I wouldn't suggest coming out the gate with like trademarks and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Well, listen. The
My
whole
discrepancy
Mhm.
is waiting 7 months after you saw the game come out. Like that's just like what was you doing there? That's where I'm thinking like
Right.
what were you doing? You know what I mean?
Right. Like
As soon as I
did
saw
you-
that name.
Yeah, like did you even like if you wasn't sure or not if you had a claim or whatever, it doesn't take 7 months to just hit up a lawyer and be like, yo, I want to talk to you, let's sit down. Boom, boom, like month, 2 max if you're that busy because you're doing server stuff. But
or a quarter.
really,
You know,
yeah.
I'll give you a quarter. But
I
over
don't
half
know,
of a
3
year,
months?
yes, you're reaching.
Bro,
You're
I don't
stretching
know. Like, if Activision Blizzard drops something with my name on it, I'm going immediately. I'm
I'm
running
saying
towards it.
that is what I'm saying.
I'm going
Like
full sprint.
if it was like Project Warzone, okay, straight there. Let me hold up. They wildin'. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight to the offices. I'm not playing these games. Like if this is his livelihood, I'm not playing these games, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're wildin'. You're wildin'. I'm
Or
going straight to
is
the
War-
offices.
Is Warzone not doing that hot? And he waited like maybe I can get something off this. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe.
Listen,
But that's a shot in the dark, though. You know.
If not,
I
if
don't
you was
know.
trying to get something out of it, you would want to be the first person to file the claim for it. if you was trying to get something out of it, right?
Yeah, but I feel like maybe the legal team would be like, nah, y'all got to change the name of the game beforehand. They wouldn't just drop a game with the name on it if it was already trademarked.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
got
what I
you,
mean?
got you.
Like,
Okay, I see
because
what
they
you're
have
saying.
like they send their teams out. They're like, yo,
Yeah,
can we name it this?
right.
Cool.
No,
Oh
I'm
no, we
picking up
can't
what
do
you're
that.
saying now.
Yo, how does Call of Duty Zone of War
So
sound?
you think
Zone of War?
Zone of War.
potentially he waited so that until after they filed and then he filed and he's like, yo, you trying to take my name? Let me get some money.
Because he knew that other law. You never know. It could be anything. I want to know the details of this case.
Yeah, I'm curious, man. I don't know. Like, why would you wait 7 months? That is absurd.
Yeah, it's nutty. It's pretty
we
nutty.
may or may not figure out because I'm pretty sure he's not going to go in case under oath and be like, yeah, I waited so I could try to get some money out of AB.
I mean, no, he's not going to say that. I just want to see, like,
I wish
the
he
outcome.
would, though. I wish he would, though.
If he said that, my man, that case is gone through the window. He done lost Warzone. Now he's living off of, like, selling Risk remakes.
Just say it after the court case.
Selling Risk remakes.
That's wild.
According to Activision, that's how he's getting by now, which is messed up.
A low budget, yo,
they ain't have to do my man's like that.
It's low budget, but he's living off of it, so it can't be that low budget.
What's crazy to me is that all of that text is part of the legal documented complaint. Right. Like that's in their legal document
forever.
That's
it's not going anywhere.
Oh man, too funny, man.
Oh, Activision, who
so
made
when
you
they
like
do
this?
the appeal, like whatever side loses, they're gonna do an appeal and they're gonna sit down. Yeah. And when the new lawyer or the new fresh eyes come, they're gonna read low budget. I'm like, yo,
they're gonna be crying.
It's messed up.
Man. They gonna have them, you know that GIF I sent y'all with the dude with the glasses.
Yeah.
Yo, this is crazy. Like
you said this.
Bro, I'm surprised they see y'all for slander, fam.
I don't know. This is defense.
Which one of y'all wrote this?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, where's the defamation suit at? This is crazy.
I'm seeking damages for assassination of character, bro. They can't have me crazy.
You low budget Risk bootleg. Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yo, if bootleg wasn't out, would have
and the game is probably heat.
It probably is good. Yeah. Like, fam, we saw Garbage yesterday. That game looks fun. Listen to his name, Garbage.
Hey, look, it's got 80,000 people that thinks it's heat. So
there you go.
Could be some.
80,000 is a lot. It's a lot of users. It's a lot of users for a low budget.
You know what? I'm gonna do my man's a favor. Niche.
Right.
And I'm gonna give it a play tonight. I'm gonna give it a play.
Yeah.
And support.
Nice. Yo, shout out to, what's his first name?
His name is Randy Ficker.
Randy Ficker. Shout out to Randy Ficker. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you in the court case.
We're gonna get a game. I'm gonna
find you I'm gonna find you in the internet. I'm gonna find you, and I'm with you. Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
There it goes.
Warzone v Warzone. Let's see who wins that battle. Like B said, I'm really intrigued.
I'm very intrigued.
These corporations can't just be getting all the dubs just because they got billions in their pockets. So
right.
And my man's had it first, man. Leave him alone. This is his livelihood.
He did have it first.
But aside from that, it's funny how AB actually came up because they're actually part of this topic. The Summer Games Fest. Ooh. Starting this Thursday. This is from their title cards, by the way, of their 1.5-minute preview from Jeff Keighley. Starting this Thursday, the game industry comes together for a spectacular summer to celebrate what's next in video games. The Summer Games Fest being presented by Amazon Prime Gaming. Finally, since how they just bought Twitch and they're finally doing something with their, their gaming label.
New World.
They're presenting this year's Summer Game Fest.
That's dope.
And it happens on the 10th of June. 2 days behind E3 2021, which we haven't been hearing too much about. Surprising, seeing as how it was non-existent last year. But anyway, Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest gets things started June 10th with a big kickoff live event that promises big news. Starts at 2 p.m. Eastern I will definitely be watching it. Hopefully, y'all will be too. Obviously hosted by Keeley himself. The event promises any number between 10 to 30 world premieres and reveals, in addition to updates from live service titles and titles that we have seen previously throughout the year's gaming events.
Jeff Keighley, the hardest working person in games.
Again,
Listen,
he said
Keeley don't stop.
he doesn't. 25 years. That's all I'm gonna say for right now. Again, he says between 20 and 30 games will show up, and what stood out to me, the announcements and reveals will be of a caliber worthy of your time and investment.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because if you've noticed, like some of the events that we've been covering recently, like the last PlayStation Direct, they didn't really explain it all that much. We was expecting one thing and we got another. They did better with the Horizon one. Like, we knew what this was going to be about, and that's exactly what they did. So
the one with where they close with Intergrade, whack.
Yeah. So for him to say that my attention won't be wasted here is saying something to me. Aside from all of these new major announcements, the Kickoff Live will feature the Day of the Devs, which is an indie game showcase, which is going to be headed up by I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine Studios, which a lot of us know about. This Day of the Devs team, what happened, B? Okay. The Day of the Devs team, they handpicked some of the best games and performances from hundreds of submissions all around the world. For the 9th year in a row, they're putting together an incredibly inspiring celebration of gaming's creative spirit. As we all know, indie games give us a different type of feeling in video games. So this should be an exciting showcase right after the kickoff. Another note that I want to bring up, a lot of y'all may get a kick out of this. It's also going to include a live performance by Weezer, who will perform a, quote, new stream-safe game soundtrack song that Summer Game Fest promises will be freely streamable across Twitch, YouTube, and anywhere else without getting blocked or losing monetization. Because we all know what happened last time.
With Metallica.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
I find that funny that they had to make sure to announce that part. Obviously, they're hyping us up with all these excitement and announcements and things like that. But Keeley also wanted to make sure that we temper our expectations somewhat. We're like on the edge of COVID, and that kind of messed things up last year with like game development and things like that. Material shortages for our consoles and things like that. So games that may have previously said that they would release in 2021 may not make it. So make sure to keep your temperament and your expectations in check as you watch these events. Summer Games Fest, this is its 2nd year. It's returning after a very successful show last year, and Keeley wanted to put a personal update in regards to this, how he's feeling this week, because it's going to be this Thursday that it starts. And, quote, change is difficult. It is never easy to start something new, but I will never waver in my commitment to deliver fan-first events that represent our art form, the biggest and most powerful entertainment medium in the world, being video games. Ultimately, I hope these next weeks bring you joy, excitement, and reverence for the power of games to connect us all. I'm hoping everyone walks away happy. Let us unite to celebrate what video games mean to us. First time in 25 years, he's not actively involved with the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Wow.
25 years?
So he's been doing E3 and things of that nature. 25 years.
I didn't even know 25 years was going on for. Like, sheesh. Since I was 6, E3 was going on?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Wow. Shout out to Jeff Keighley.
It puts things into perspective when you hear that, right? My man's been
I had
announcing
no
games for 2.5 decades.
Yeah, that's absurd.
That's
absurd.
In the past, he's hosted the Coliseum event, but mentioned last year that he's not going to be in his E3. And his reason being that given, quote, given what was communicated about E3 so far, I just don't feel comfortable participating this year. For the past 25 years, I've attended every E3. Covering, hosting, and sharing E3 has been the highlight of my years, not to mention a defining part of his career.
Right.
I've debated what to say about E3 2020. While I want to support the developers who will showcase their work, I also need to be open and honest with you, the fans, about precisely what to expect from me. So what had happened between last year and this year, there was a breach of information that leaked attendee information. Unfortunately, this included home addresses, phone numbers, other personal information like email addresses, things like that. So he's not convinced that they stepped up their security enough to be able to protect these people's information. So that's one of the reasons, aside from the assumptions that Keighley wants to go off and do his own things with Summer Games Fest, that's another reason why it's stated that he's not participating in E3 this year.
So there's a couple of reasons. I'm sure there's some more, because the way he worded that was like, I'm just not down with what they're doing over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, there's something like behind the scenes going on that he's not really feeling what's going on with them.
Another quote, given that the social media account was recently under fire, this one being ESA's, their social media account was recently under fire for some snarky responses, sorry, most of which are now deleted. It doesn't look like the company will be addressing the massive security breach. So he wasn't pleased about that. I wouldn't be either.
Right. Because like so far, like he seems to be very open, transparent about what's going on, about like what's like about his personal life, like what's going on, how he feels about games, everything. He's just this super cool dude. And for them to be like posting stuff, deleting stuff, that just doesn't even sound like anything that Keighley would even vibe with.
I'm going to be quoting him quite a bit, obviously, him being the host of this event. People, like I brought up the whole E3 versus Summer Games Fest thing. And he had stated that I think sometimes people try to point it as this battle between Summer Games Fest or E3. But no, it's like, watch whatever you want to watch. If you're a gamer, you're going to watch all of this regardless.
Facts.
But
I'm tuning in either way. Like I'm going to be watching.
I love E3.
I'm going to watch everything.
I'm tuning in.
I'm going to see what's up.
So enough about E3. The topic is about Summer Games Fest. So let's talk about that, obviously. If you aren't familiar with Summer Games Fest, because it is the second year, it promises world premieres, first looks, announcements, and more in the video game realm. Based on the announcements that I've mentioned earlier, there should be big announcements, small announcements, everything in between. The list of partners includes nearly every company in the gaming industry. So announcements could come from anyone. As well referenced from Keighley showing off the Xbox Series X.
I remember
like that. He himself showed off their next console.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was part of Microsoft's showing of the initiative, who then went to show Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
Like his relationship, he's getting a little deeper in the gaming industry. So this event is going to be happening all over June. And the list of publishers is deep. Like I said, almost everyone is going to be here. Here's the list. 2K, Activision, Amazon Games, Annapurna. If you're not familiar with them, they published What Remains of Edith Finch, Gone Home, and the upcoming Solar Ash.
Gotcha. Oof, that looks good. I like Solar Ash.
Bandai Namco, Battlestate Games, who have devved Escape from Tarkov.
Mm-hmm.
Activision Blizzard, like I said, Capcom, Devolver Digital. They teased that they're going to be revealing 4 new games during the Summer Fest. We don't know if it's going to be during the initial event, which is on Thursday, or if they're going to have their own day. The calendar's still kind of TBD, honestly. Dotemu, who is a developer and publisher responsible for the DS remakes of Final Fantasy 3 through 6 and Final Fantasy 8 remastered on the Switch, Streets of Rage 4, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge coming out this year.
Shredder's Revenge.
I need that. You know, I need to play that.
Had to
That
point
sounds
that
like
one
a
out.
super fun, hard beat 'em up game.
I'm like, hold on, this title sounds ill. I have to include this.
Yeah.
Electronic Arts, who is actually having their own event on July 22nd, EA Play Live. So they're going to be here and have their own event. Epic Games, like, why wouldn't Epic be there?
Yeah.
Finji, who is a developer responsible for Cannonball. I don't know if you remember that running game on like the Android and iOS devices. You're hopping over the buildings, running away from you're just running. It's gray.
That sounds like Temple Run or something like that.
I'm gonna show you the game. You go be like, oh, I know what game this is.
Okay.
But you would know Fez.
Of course I know
There
Fez.
You go. Frontier, Gearbox Publishing, High Res Studios, we all know.
Wait, hold on. Gearbox is going to be there?
Gearbox is going to be
there.
there.
2K is there, so
2K,
if Gearbox isn't there, I'd be
yeah.
shocked.
Gearbox.
And I actually have something for 2K Gearbox for you, kid.
I hope they talking about that movie with that whack casting when they get there, too.
I
need to hear about why they picked Kevin Hart as Roland.
It's quite possible, and I'll tell you why. So I have two things for you: 2K Gearbox and that casting. Inner Sloth, they have a new skin for Among Us. The same color as your rose pink controller, and they have more info to come apparently. So we're gonna see what else they have.
Ooh, shout out to Inner Sloth.
Koch Media, who is the owner of Saints Row, Dead Island, the Metro series, and Time Splitters, will be hosting its first ever digital showcase in collaboration with the Summers Games Fest. So they're going to have their own event too.
Yo, Jeff Keighley doing it, bro.
Keighley's doing the thing.
Doing it.
Always in the business.
Mediatonic, obviously responsible for Fall Guys. MiHoYo, responsible for Genshin.
Yep.
PlayStation Studios is going to be there. Psyonix, who is responsible for developing Rocket League. Raw Fury was a publisher who published one of Key's favorites games, Kingdom.
They also did Call of the Sea.
They also did Bad North, which is another good game, and Call of the Sea.
Call of the Sea.
Riot Games is going to be there.
They published Call of the Sea.
They published.
We gotta make sure.
Yeah, I did that. I said Raw Fury as a publisher.
Yeah. No. Just Call of the Sea.
Yep. Riot Games, Saber Interactive, who was responsible. Whose engine was used in the Halo Master Chief Collection. They're responsible for Killing Floor 2, all 3 Crisis remasters, and they're currently remastering Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition for next generation.
Ooh, they doing some real remastering over there.
I'm spitting out the names of some of these because it could be possible that these are the things that they're talking about. Sega, Steam, Square Enix, obviously, the Tribeca Festival, who is having their own event between June 9th and June 20th. They're responsible for more like movies and publications and such. So it's possible that Gearbox could be working with Tribeca to be like, oh yeah, this is how we brought in for the casting and why.
And why? Ain't no reason to have Kevin Hart as Roland. Why.
Listen, that's wild. No, but that's dope that it's that they're bringing in something that is not just strictly video games. Because we play video games, we love video games, but like that spans into other forms of media, especially movies and TV shows. That's so fire.
Yep. How I covered a couple weeks ago with what Netflix is doing.
Yeah,
exactly. It's kind of the same realm. Yeah.
And how CD Projekt Red said that they want to expand from video games to other forms of media like movies and games. It's all starting to intertwine and become one just big form of entertainment and media.
Fam, there isn't going to be like video games or movies or any of it. It's just going to be like a single thing at this point.
Just entertainment.
Like you can play your movies or your video games could like play themselves and things like that. It's going to be crazy.
Also, you said Sega is going to be there, right?
Sega is going to be there, yeah.
Woo! Dreamcast 2 announcement. Here we come, baby.
Which is crazy because
Sega got to be there.
They just had an event for their the 30th anniversary of Sonic. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
If they don't tease me, give me more of that Sonic, I swear I'm rioting. That's a riot.
I'm saying they got to show us some of that Sonic. They got to show us some of that new Sonic.
I would like some hardware, but who knows? So yeah, the Tribeca Festival, Tencent Games, Warner Brothers Games, Ubisoft, Wizards of the Coast, and Xbox Studios.
Wow. So basically,
this is a lineup.
They got everybody.
Yes,
this
literally everybody.
This is E3.
This is E3, but you get to chill and enjoy it because it's over a longer period.
It's over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Rather than just trying to cram everything into a weekend. They got movies. Yeah, this sounded hot. It sounded hot.
2K
is this better than E3?
Oh, I have a little bit on E3 that if I have time, I'll touch on it for a little bit. But in regards to 2K and Gearbox, they have something new to show. The studio that gave us the hit Borderlands franchise has been hard at work on a new IP, and it looks like we'll be getting our first look at it on June 10th. Gearbox, the developer of Borderlands series and the publisher of games like Homeworld, don't know if y'all got to play that. It could be a new game called Wonderlands, from what we're seeing from some.
No, I don't want no more Wonderland.
No
more. I'm good on Wonderland.
I need a Wonderland to wash that Wonderland out.
Nah, I need no more. I'm retired from Wonderland for the next 3 to 4, 8 years. Like, just
wow.
So you just went 10, 9, 2, 0 real quick.
Just the next 3 to 4, 8 years. Like, we good on Wonderland.
So although Gearbox was sold to Embracer Group, which is another conglomerate, they continue to work with 2K on the Borderlands franchise, and reportedly there's going to be a spinoff, a Borderlands spinoff. So there's two potential spinoff. Yeah, there's two potential games that we could be seeing from 2K Gearbox, one brand new and one existing.
Well, in that one spinoff, is that the one where Roland looks like Kevin Hart or not?
Stop it. Y'all need to stop disrespecting First of all, I don't want to spoil nothing because listen, okay? Y'all need to stop disrespecting Roland because that's crazy. The disrespect ain't real. I mean, is real.
They did it. They did the casting. I'm just poking the bear.
Kevin Hart. They just turned my Roland into a ha ha he he type of dude.
Damn.
My man's called a ha ha he he type. You ain't gotta treat him like that, man.
They ain't have to treat Roland like that.
You're also right.
Oh wow!
So
I do love that the event is starting with something for the devs because they always talk about EA and this and this and this and this and this and like they usually don't be the ones to make the games.
Yeah, they only
devs.
They put
I love when they
there.
shine light on the devs. As the devs are the people who actually create masterpieces that we enjoy, things that we play.
Show the devs off.
Shout out to them for doing that.
Show the devs off. Pay them devs. Seriously. Like that's all I say. But that massive list that I just read off to you, did you notice anything particular about it?
That Dreamcast 2 is coming?
No. About who's missing? Who's missing, Reese?
Bethesda.
B's Quasi Eagle. Well, you can't say Bethesda. I said Xbox.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy,
Life
right?
is different.
Life is different now.
A lot can change in 1 year. Things are different.
Just like in 2020, Nintendo is missing from the list.
Nintendo.
Of course. Yeah. The Dark Empire covered in Splatoon paint.
In an interview with GameSpot, Keighley told them that he would welcome Nintendo and has extended the invitation to the Mario Company to participate. Whether or not that happens remains to be seen. But Keighley said you could expect additional partner announcements to come over the next few weeks.
Wow.
So even though I read off this list, it's possible that we're like, yeah, you know what? Let me fit my way in here real quick.
So even though the list is out, Keighley on the phones right now.
He's like, yo, I mean,
he's
listen,
texting,
fam,
emailing, tweeting.
It's Monday right now. We got 72 hours. You can still make this happen, Captain. Like, let's go.
Who's next? Whatever.
Right.
Who's next?
He's like, he's just ready.
Like, hold up. Mark them on.
Unstoppable.
He's unstoppable.
Yo, when he got all these companies, he took a moment, he hung up the phone, he sat down and just was like, unlimited power. Like, bro, getting it done.
I don't even like Nintendo, so
that's why.
Getting it done. I like their practices, but they've made some of my favorite games.
So
sucks. It really sucks.
It kind of sucks.
Big time sucks.
current tentative schedule is as follows. So this Thursday, the 10th of June at 2 p.m. Eastern, kickoff live with Jeff Keighley. The performance starts. He's going to be talking his talk. Weezer's going to be playing that safe song that we can all stream. And then the devs are going to come
safe
out.
Song.
I can't wait to use that on my stream.
I'm going to use that on my stream.
I'm so going to use it.
The next day, Friday the 11th at noon, Netflix Geek Week. Jeff Keighley joins the Netflix Geek team to debut shows and films based on your favorite video games.
God. Is there literally no other part? Like, he is literally everything gaming involved. Like,
bam,
if there's a gaming event, Jeff Keighley is there. It's kind of crazy.
And he's just collabing. He's like, you happen to do this during the same week? Bet. Yo, can we do a showcase with you? Boom, boom, boom. So that, so good. So good. So smart.
Same day, 3 hours later, Koch Prime Time. They titled the card, We Know Something You Don't Know. Again, these are the owners of the Saints Row, Dead Island, Metro, things like that. So apparently they're going to have completely brand new IP also. Saturday the 12th at 3 p.m., Ubisoft is having their event, Ubisoft Forward, which is a first look at their upcoming lineup. Same day, a couple hours later, Devolver Digital has their event. On Sunday, the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase. So I already know where Keys are going to be on Saturday. They say tune in for a look at the future of games from Xbox and Bethesda. A couple hours later, the Square Enix presents. So world premieres, new game announcements, updates, and news from Square Enix, obviously. Again, this is all Saturday. 3 events are happening Saturday. The third one is the Back for Blood Showcase. So then it's going to be Warner Brothers' turn to show off their game. And they're going to give us an in-depth look at Back for Blood. That's on Sunday. So then there's a hiatus from Monday, Tuesday. On the 16th of June, the Steam Next Fest. 6 days. They have Games Fest for this next 6 days after this. And it's just going to be hundreds of video game demos.
Yeah.
I'm so for this. I'm so for all of this. Like, we're going to see AAA titles. You might see a quadruple A title. Mm-hmm. Like, we're going to see everything. Like, everything that's coming up for the holiday season and next year, or maybe, the years to come, will be showcased.
Will be showcased at this point.
So really, you only need E3 for Nintendo. And if you don't like Nintendo, you don't got to watch E3.
Wow. We got to show up all like that.
Fair to say?
Be cool. It's not all barren at E3. But hold on. Though there's a couple more items left. So like I said, from the 16th to the 23rd, Steam owns the Summer Games Fest with their hundreds of demos and things like that. On the 23rd, Sega's going to do their thing with the Sonic Symphony Orchestra. So they're going to do an orchestra performance of selections from all the past 30 years of Sonic titles. And kind of like how Uematsu he does his rock band thing. Mm-hmm. So like how Final Fantasy does their thing. They're going to do that there. The last calendar on the item won't happen for another month after that, July 22nd, where EA does their play live, and then Electronic Arts shows off their upcoming games. So between June 10th and July 22nd, Summer Games Festival. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening.
Summer Games Fest is like, it sounds like Warped Tour or like South by Southwest for gaming and anything surrounding gaming. So dope. So dope.
In terms to where you can watch it, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, almost anything that does streaming is probably going to be on there. However, Summer Game Fest and E3 aren't going to be the only summer gaming events. When I was looking to gather information on the calendar and such like that, I came across all these websites that are going to be doing their events too. IGN's going to be doing kind of like a game event thing like that. GameSpot, all these sites are doing that.
Right. like IGN is gonna be. They're gonna have reporters. They're gonna be involved in pretty much all
I
of
think
this stuff. They're
IGN
gonna
is
be
actually
around.
and directly involved in Summer Games and E3, like
because
easy.
they were
When do we
last
get our
year.
invite?
Hmm?
When do we get our invite?
Send that
Summer Games
Yo,
Fest
Key, send that
2022.
I think
Key,
I
send
think,
that to me right
uh,
now.
I think they just forgot our invitation in the mail. Like it's got
Yeah,
lost in the
it's
mail.
all good.
The post office has been crazy right
The
now
post
lately.
The post
office
office
has
has been
indeed
crazy.
It's been crazy. So I think our invitation just got lost in the mail. Is
I
all.
think you should send them a
Right.
DM to make sure that they sent that.
Yeah,
So Jeff Keighley, we'll see you at the next one. We get it.
it's all good.
Got lost in the mail. It's all love. It's all
Yeah, it
love.
happens. It happens. We'll be at the 2022 though one, right?
Yeah,
Right,
bet.
please.
Definitely.
That's a bet.
We know you're listening.
I'm begging.
Lastly, Gamescom's 2021 all digital show is slated for August. So once you've dried off from all the Summer Games excitement, you'll have yet
Dried
another
off.
event. Cause it's hot, fam. It's hot. But
Yeah.
over the next few months, there's going to be a lot of gaming events. basically.
Yes. Dreamcast 2, baby.
E3 2021 will take place from Saturday, the 12th of June to the 15th of June, Tuesday. So it's a 4-day event. It's gonna be a 4-day long live stream that'll be accessible for everyone for free on the same sites. The current known roster for E3 are Square Enix, Sega, Bandai Namco, Gearbox, Xseed Games, Marvelous USA, Freedom Games, Devious Eye, Turtle Beach, Verizon, and Binge.com. This is in addition to Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Ubisoft, Take-Two, and Warner Brothers. That lineup doesn't sound anywhere near as deep as the one I said for Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, it's slim. It's slim.
Ubisoft
I'm stoked, man.
Yep.
I'm just stoked for Summerfest.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for it.
Really
Like-
quick on E3. Let me just finish that off really quick. Ubisoft and Square are going to have their showcases. Nintendo's going to have a direct. Xbox is going to have a media briefing. EA is going to tease Battlefield 6 and some other stuff.
Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
This better be like Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3.
Battlefield
Or else
3.
I'm gonna be shut up. I ain't say that. You heard with an accent.
But yeah.
I feel like it might be at Summer Games Fest. I don't even know, bro. and what's crazy is E3 can happen because the Summer Fest is still going. They could just be like, yo, we finished another part of the game. You mind if we do a showcase? You know, Keely like, run it.
Come through.
Come through. Right. Come through. Man.
Yeah, the comparison between E3 and Summer Games and Keely's involvement in the whole love triangle thing, there's a lot of information. And there's a lot to be excited about. This list is 20, 30 deep.
Right. Deep.
Steam is going to have the whole event to themselves for a week. That's over 150 hours of games.
That's crazy.
This games is
Coming
wild.
from all different
From
types.
all
of
different types of
people.
hundreds of it's gonna be a blast.
So cool. It's so dope.
It's gonna be
I'm
a
stoked.
blast.
I'm stoked for Summer Games Fest. I'm very stoked.
I haven't been this excited for like an event in a while. Like they haven't been anything.
In a minute.
It hasn't been anything to live up to. So I will be watching them. I know y'all be watching. Hopefully y'all are listening. We'll watch it also. Tell us what you think about what you see when we see it. It's only in a few more days.
Flood the Discord. Hit us up in chat. Like, let us know what you guys see, like what you're hyped about and all that, because it's gonna differ from what we're hyped about.
Yeah. And we're only 3 pairs of eyes, so we're only going to see so much.
Dreamcast 2, baby.
And we will.
Y'all
we
are
will
on this Dreamcast too.
we
Y'all
will
are on it.
consistently hope for a Dreamcast 2.
Yo, if they release a game that does like crazy like Last of Us numbers,
They might
You
could
might could see
possibly
some.
have the capital to do so.
you might could see some. I feel like they'll enter the handheld space.
I feel like they already have
they
money.
shouldn't.
I don't think.
Huh?
I don't think they don't have capital. I think they could. I just think that maybe that they don't see it as a
As
valid investment when trying to compare it to the big three.
Right. It also might be a huge risk because I'm sure they have capital, but they don't have like somebody like they don't have Sony capital right now. At least I don't think they do.
an annual revenue
they
of
could.
208
I don't think they do.
billion as of 2020.
Sega?
Is that Sega?
Pocket sounding kind of deep.
Yo,
They
they
all
got
sound
money.
they got money.
They got money. You see what I'm saying?
That's probably why they're not doing it.
They got money. They already making money.
When
fine.
they were doing it, they didn't. Whatever happened with Dreamcast after Dreamcast, where they stopped.
Bro, they screwed up. What? Just not even just Dreamcast with Sega. They just screwed up every time with their consoles. Like they had a Sonic that was supposed to release with the Sega Saturn. It didn't come out with the Sega Saturn. Like every time they just screwed up and like
Man, missteps.
And those added
Now they
up.
winning.
They're no good at hardware.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But bro,
Sometimes.
that was what 20 years ago. We moved like we older now. Like y'all understand.
We're
like
older now.
you can make now you can try again. Like it didn't work 20 years ago for you. I bet 20 years
This
later,
is
try
a
again.
very different video game space.
How did that new Atari do?
Is it? Did it drop officially?
The VCS?
Right. Did it even come out?
I don't think it came out.
I think it literally is about to come. Like it's still like about to come out.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on that because that's an Atari. It's some old school that's coming back, new, trying to fit into the space. Let's see how it does sales wise. Let's see. Because I'm not opposed to a Dreamcast 2. It sounds dope. Like it would be nice to spice up the realm, to see more, to see another combatant has entered the arena. It'd be
Sonic.
Nice.
Take back Shenmue.
Sonic.
Bring back Power Stone.
Shenmue ain't doing so hot right now.
I mean, Shenmue was
from Nintendo. Good luck.
Shenmue was wait, Sonic is it's owned by Nintendo?
No, but
Shenmue is you're talking about a Kickstarter game. That's kind of Shenmue 3 is like GT. You know what I'm saying? Like once it's back at like a company, maybe it could be something better. Like a company with a $200 billion network, like
GT?
it could be better. Huh? You know how GT's like not canon, like GT's like now you have Super.
Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah, Dragon Ball GT, my bad. Yeah.
Like Gran Turismo. What are you talking about,
I
fam?
played Gran Turismo. I'm like, Gran Turismo.
Really?
Gran Turismo's doing pretty well.
Dragon Ball GT. Dragon Ball GT.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I feel like they can make their comeback, man.
I think they could. I really do think they could. But will they? We shall see.
Will they? No, probably not.
I don't think they will. I just don't think they will.
Listen, man, I could hope. I'm gonna just keep on. Hey, nobody thought that. Honestly, bro, I didn't start asking for Discord until we started the show, kind of like Discord and consoles. Like, and that was like a pipe dream. Like, yo, just give me Discord because it's fire. A year later, here we are getting Discord on the PS5 or on the PlayStation ecosystem because I don't know where it's going. But like, hey, so
shout out to Microsoft for making moves and put pressure on these other companies to make moves, bro.
They're the T-Mobile. They're the T-Mobile of video gaming. T-Mobile was making all those moves, and Verizon and AT&T had to shift. Microsoft making all these moves.
Not expecting it to come. Sega Dreamcast 2, bro. I'm not really expecting it to come, but the possibility is clearly out there. Yeah. Power Stone, Shenmue, some
good
my Sonic games.
So I could hide it, because anytime we say something, it materializes. And I'm gonna buy a Dreamcast too.
Yo, you feel me?
I'm buying that.
That's not a guaranteed buy for me.
I'm not missing out on
it. I probably have to get it because if we do this and I have to be involved. But it's not a guaranteed purchase. I got to see it first.
The Switch will be moved to the bedroom, and the Dreamcast 2 will be encased right there.
My man said encased.
Right there.
It's got to be good to move something else. It's got to be good. I can't just be like, yo, I'm gonna just do it. Like, nah, it's got to be good first. I got to see. See first.
I needs that.
Like the same way how we are about our software, I'm the same way about hardware. I'm like, let me see it first.
Look at, all these IPs that they can just take back from the dark realm.
Here's the thing about
from the dark realm. They sit on 200 beat. They straight.
Yeah, but they can take it back.
I mean, it got their name on it. It's theirs. They cool.
Listen, what I say
Nah,
about hardware is
it's lost in the ether. Like we ain't seen the Power Stone since.
we ain't seen
That
the
joint's from
power.
the Shadow Realm, bro. That joint's toast.
You can have the
Is
best
that a Capcom
hardware.
game?
It
Power
sounds
Stone?
like a Capcom
That's
game.
Capcom.
Yeah.
That's Capcom.
Capcom.
That's gotta be Capcom. Let me see. Power Stone.
I'm putting 5 that it's Capcom.
Did it release on any other console aside from
Capcom.
arcade? It's from Did it release on any other console outside of arcade?
But
What?
no.
No.
Oh
It was just
yeah.
Wait.
PSP.
It came out for PSP.
That's where I
when
played
I
it
did
actually.
When this game was a throwback of the week, I found that out myself. I'm like, what? I didn't even know that.
Wow.
Man, everything in me
PSP.
wants to buy a PSP and a Vita again because those systems were just amazing.
This is why this game is in turmoil.
Oh.
Because it was published by Capcom and IDOS Interactive, which is now swallowed up into Square.
IDOS, yeah.
IDOS is swallowed up into Square. So this game, Power Stone, might be gone forever unless they can agree on something. They don't even got nothing to do with Sony. I mean, Sega.
Nope.
You know what?
That's Square.
They have them just buy the IP. Just buy the IP, Sega.
You really think they're about
Y'all
to sell?
got the money.
You should buy it. So then they got to. So that's definitely possible. They got the bread, but they got to convince both of them companies to come about it.
Bro, it's sitting dormant for 20 years. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's literally just money. Like, yo, I haven't used this in 20 years. That's just money in my pocket. You know what I mean? Like, that's just if somebody wants to buy it, you just sell it. It's not making money for 20 years. So
I agree with you. How much are they going to try and charge? It's Capcom.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying the thing is dead. Like, it's been dead for 20 years. Like, you can just make some money off of something that has been dead.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild.
Is it gonna be wild?
I'd love to see it though.
We'd love to see it.
We love
to see it. All of that being said, I believe it is definitely time for everybody's favorite segment, which is B's Throwback of the Week.
All right, y'all too excited. Cut the music. Cut the music. Y'all too excited.
Oh man, I was getting into it.
Trigger Squad. This is what we got this week. This game was because we are definitely we running our mouths today, running short on time. So I'm gonna run through this as quick as possible.
No. Take your time.
Definitely deserves a moment. So let's give it a moment.
Take your time. Okay.
This game was developed by Japan Studio and someone else. I can't say that because if I say the other development, it's gonna give the game away.
You know what game it is.
So I'll tell you after.
Wow.
The publisher is Sony Computer Entertainment.
Yep.
This game was released for PlayStation 2.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
It was released September 24th, 2001.
Wait, what's the date?
This September 24th, 2001.
2001 Japan Studio?
Japan Studio.
PS2.
Japan Studio. You got a guess? PS2.
Yep.
You got a guess? You got an educated guess? What you got?
It's a JRPG. That's all I have.
That's it?
No.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
This is an action adventure single player game. It has some multiplayer aspects to it, but
it sounds like I played it before.
You probably have, or you watched me and Emrod play this. This game is Ico. So the other development team is Team Ico. So I can't. If I would have said Team Ico, you would have got the game. This is Ico. It was released 2001. The director of the game, Udaya, his main goal was to be able to tell a story of Boy Meets Girl, which has been told 1,000 times, but to do it in a minimalist fashion, meaning you need each other to get through puzzles, but they never talk. They never talk to each other. Like they only communicate by like holding hands and helping each other get through the quests. And the game is a masterpiece, yo. This is
Wait a second. Wasn't that
yeah,
something you disliked about Octopath?
what?
The
That they
characters
did
never
not
talk
like
to
to
each
each
other.
other. That they didn't talk to each other.
No. My beef with that game is the visual. That's not me on that. I don't like the way
Oh,
the
that
game
wasn't you?
looks. No,
Oh,
wrong guy.
okay.
Um, but yeah, so that was the main concept of the storytelling and things of that nature. The game was met with just critical and just absurd success.
Does that game not have dialogue at all in it?
No, so Aiko kind of talks to, like, he talks like but not to the person that
Not
he's
to
saving.
her.
They don't communicate. They don't like, and like without giving away some of the stuff in the game if anyone intends on playing it. But no, he definitely has some dialogue. Um, it's a puzzle based action adventure game. It just requires massive brain, and the story is just so well done. The world is beautiful. Um, it's just they they actually took things away from the environment, like big trees and clouds, and all, they stripped all that away so you can really focus on these two characters and the puzzles and things of that nature. They also they were working with, like, they didn't really, they kind of did Metal Gear camera, like old school Metal Gear camera where it's fixed and it follows the character however they see fit for each specific room or each specific area. So they did that, and they allowed some panning and things of that nature so you can complete the puzzles, but that's pretty much it. And the development of the game started in '97 with the lead designers with that main idea, that boy meets girl, where they form a bond without communication. That was the main thing, and then it spiraled into the whole crazy story that it ends up being about trying to possess and all that other stuff.
Imagine a game taking 4 years to dev back then.
Right.
That's a long time.
So
but I was gonna ask, it's because it sounded like Degrees of Separation vibes.
You could say that. Like a lot of those types of games owe this game homage. Like a lot of those like puzzle games where it's like there's a little bit of combat depending on the scene or whatever, but like it's puzzles. Like Shadow of the Colossus is obviously in the same series as this game, and it's just each enemy is a puzzle. So it's like if you're looking at it in that way, then and you enjoy that aspect. This game has all of that. It has a great narrative. It's a phenomenal game. It was met with all types of success and awards and literally everything. This game has probably won every award that you can think of. So that's Ico, 2001. IGN is 9.4. Its Metacritic is 90.
I've never played it.
If a Metacritic is over 90, you got to play it. You probably got to play it.
If Metacritic is 90 or above,
probably got to play
it. See, because Metacritic is across everything. It's average amongst everything is 90.
And there were way more publications then than there are now, or I don't know. Actually, I feel like there were way more like publications we trusted then there are now. Because I look at Metacritic and I'll see these names I've never seen before. But back then, when we would have like the Game Informer magazines, there were like 10, 15 names we knew that we trusted for reviews.
Right. Like Eurogamer, Game Revolution, GameSpot, IGN, all those.
GameFAQs. Trust GameFAQs?
They're GameSpot.
Do they rate games?
Rate games?
I mean, now because they're GameSpot. So.
GameSpot. That makes sense.
They're GameSpot?
That's who bought them, right?
GameFAQs years ago, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So when you go, it says GameSpot.GameFAQs.com.
Wow, didn't even know. Cause I don't go to. I haven't gone to GameFAQs in
I did
quite some time.
I have. I'll say that right now. I don't care.
Yeah, I haven't gone there in a long, long time.
Yeah, Ico and Shadow of the Colossus and The Last Guardian are uh, Deto's Age is probably favorite games. Period.
I have
Yeah.
Ico on disc. I just
dope.
never played it.
I've only played Shadow of the Colossus. I've never played Ico, or I've never even heard. Maybe have I? I don't even. I might have heard The Last Guardian, but I don't know.
You definitely heard of The Last Guardian.
Yeah, I feel like I might have, but I've only played Shadow of the Colossus. I've never played Ico.
I played that recently. I want to say last year, and boy,
Oh, you played the remake?
No, the original on
Oh, the OG
on PS Now.
Ah, yeah.
It was rough.
It's rough to look at.
No, not even the controls. It was rough to look at. But look, all right, I understand.
So. I thought, I don't know. I could have like rose-colored goggles because I only remember playing it on PS2. But like from what I recall, when I played that game, it was beautiful. Like
no, it is.
Scenery. You had to do the thing with the light and like I don't know. It was like,
but it's rough because it has like the quasi tank movement and like your interaction with like your horse thing. It's a bit bumpy.
Yeah, it's dated.
It's dated.
The controls are dated.
Yes.
Now they did a remake or a remaster or whatever. And allegedly that thing is crazy.
It was made by the dudes that did the famous remake. Is Blue. I forget their name, but they remade Tony Hawk and all of that.
Oh, those guys.
Oh,
yep.
The Vicarious Vision peeps.
Yeah, Vicarious Visions, dude. Yeah.
Got you. They
remade it.
I mean,
we trust them. We trust them.
Play that Tony Hawk. I mean, they can remake something and make it special.
Yeah.
So, that was my throwback of the week. Ico. I love action, platforming, puzzles, all that stuff. Sign me up. So this game was a must play for me, and it hit. It's a very special game.
I got no opinion on the game because I've never even touched it. Nowhere near went around it.
I don't remember it all that much, but again, I have the disc and the black binder of games, so it's in there.
I might even
have the game.
I do have.
I might have the game too. We oddly enough have a shoebox of like PS2 games in our closet. Wow. I have Full Metal Alchemist, the ARPG. If nobody has played that game, and if you like ARPGs and you like Full Metal Alchemist, let me tell you, that game is good fun. Okay, it's good fun. Like I enjoyed playing both of the games because there's 1 and 2 good fun games, and they were made by Square.
Okay, I'll give it a gander.
Good fun RPGs.
With a minute and some change left, let us recap what we have yapped about today.
Let's get it.
Horizon Forbidden West purchase for me.
I need to play the first one. Did you say purchase, Reese?
Purchase.
I
know.
You just said earlier you was not gonna be doing this, and here you are. Purchase. Yo, that's crazy.
Purchase with an asterisk. Are you happy now?
Yo, oh my. No, you know what? I'm just calling what I see, but live your best life. All I'm doing is calling how I see it. Do what you want to do.
Because
Forbidden West looking hot.
The base game did right by me, and it seems they're following up well, so I have no qualms.
Yeah, but Devil May Cry 2 was trash. You know what I mean? Gutter trash. It was a horrible game.
I have interest in the series though. I do want to play the first one. I started it, just didn't finish it. I barely even started.
You
started. You did like the first 2 things, and then you put it down.
The only thing that rubbed me the wrong way is the way their hard mode works. It's so stupid. I mean, it's kind of minuscule, and I didn't even get far enough in the game to even have to worry about that. But like the fact that harder difficulty increases the price of items makes no sense to me. It doesn't make your game harder; it just makes it more tedious.
Yeah, but that's one aspect.
That is one
aspect. Take more damage. They definitely all that stuff is still.
Oh yeah. No, I said that. I said that I didn't even get to a point in the game where that bothers me, and I said it was minuscule as well. But
oh no, it sounded minuscule enough that you ain't played it.
No, that's not what drove me away from the game because I didn't even get to that point. Like I just stopped playing the game at the beginning.
Gotcha.
So
it looks fire. I'm very. It's highly on my purchase list, but we got to see it. I got to see it first. What if it drops out and everything's broken and the stuff that nah, bro. Nah. So sign me up, but with apprehensions.
Warzone versus Warzone. I vote
Yo,
Warzone.
Randy Ficker, man. Look, man, hopefully you get through. I'm interested in this whole case. I just want to see what's going, like, what happens.
Warzone better win, because Warzone had it first.
I hate you.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, Randy Ficker, I'm with your Warzone. I played a lot of the other Warzone. I've never played your Warzone, but I'm with you.
I'm actually gonna pay your Warzone.
And if you Google Warzone, Call of Duty's gonna come up. So
right, how do we even find your Warzone?
Randy's Warzone.
You have to literally, like you have to literally go to warzone.com or search up like Randy Ficker Warzone, something like you have to be specific.
Oh my goodness. Right. In the corner. Activision is suing us.
If you type in Warzone strategy, you might just get strats for Warzone. Like,
oh no.
You might get loadouts. You might get
loadouts, right? Where to drop, etc. Crazy.
On his website. Man. If you like Hasbro's Risk game, you'll love Warzone.
That's what it says on his website?
That's what it says on his website. And in the upper left corner, Activision is suing us with a link to his GoFundMe.
Nice. Oh, wow. Yo, what's hilarious is that, I mean, that's probably why Activision called him out.
With that, they took it right from his site.
A virtual board game like Hasbro's Risk. Like, well, I mean, you had it on your site.
Yeah, but they was like, the low budget version, bro.
Oh man,
wild!
I love it. I love it.
And lastly, the Summer Games Fest of 2021.
Dreamcast 2, baby.
Dreamcast 2, baby.
It sounds cooler than E3. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sounds way cool than E3. Yo,
I'm ready for it.
The initiative. You better be there and show me some more Perfect Dark gameplay, because what y'all showed me was not enough.
Yo, Reese, when we playing Perfect Dark again?
Whenever you listen, I'm down at any given moment at any given day. Okay, I love that game, and you know I do. So don't play with me like that game.
Man.
But
with that being said, this has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.